So, hello, ma'am. Hare Krishna. How are you?
Yes, Hare Krishna Radha. I'm doing absolutely fine. And tell me, what about you?
I'm also doing great. Everything is going smoothly. No complaints at all.
Okay, that's wonderful to hear that you are doing absolutely fine in your life.
Like vacations are going on, summer vacations.
Yes, yes, I'm on my
That is
vacation,
why
and
you
yes,
asked me.
are you also on vacation?
No, no, not at all.
Uh-huh.
This time I'm free. Like at 12:30, usually at 12:31, I'm free.
Okay. So when I messaged you for the first time, you replied me that you are taking classes, and what kind of classes were that?
Like competitive classes,
Okay. Yes.
like
Okay.
I'm taking.
You
So, any special today?
No, actually, it's all it's same like before, but the one and only difference is right now I'm connecting with you from Kerala. That's the one and only difference. As I'm on vacation.
Oh, oh, wow. You are connecting from Kerala.
Yes.
Wow, I love.
Yeah.
In our life, we tolerate a lot,
Sorry.
especially women. Like in our life, especially women, I'm talking about women, we tolerate a lot.
Yeah, correct.
So, what is the one thing people often tolerate in life that they should stop accepting?
Could you repeat the question?
Again, I'm repeating, what is the one thing people often tolerate in life that they
Yes.
should stop accepting?
Yeah. I can say from the word go, the better moment or the experience when it comes to saying no. That is the foremost thing I would like to say here. And I'm the person who always suffers from when it is very needed to say no, and I'm not able to do that. And just because of that reason, we have to face a lot of problems, and it's really, it would really make us despondent, and also we would feel very pathetic. But every time whenever I feel so, I feel like I have to say no, I have to learn how to say no, just just from the beginning of that conversation when I feel it is very needed. But again when the page flips, I am not at all possible for it. It's not possible for me to say no. And I think this is the foremost thing that I have to mention here when you asked about the foremost thing from which we always
Hmm.
tolerate very much. And yes, I'm looking forward to hear from you also, because just because of this reason, I
Oh,
think there are so many atrocities, and also so many bad conditions through which we have to go, right?
okay, I have a different opinion, little bit.
Okay.
Like I'm what like I have heard so many news in these days. So I'm like I think many people tolerate disrespect, whether in
Yes.
relationship, workplace, or friendship.
Yeah.
They stay silent because they fear conflict or rejection. And however, accepting disrespect repeatedly can harm self-esteem. Like we always, if someone is repeating disrespecting, dishonest towards you, disloyal towards you, it means you are accepting this thing. We should avoid. Everyone
Yes.
deserves to be treated with kindness and with respect. So I believe respect is one foremost thing. I think we should like everyone should be respected and should be treated as a person.
Correct.
And second thing, I agree with you. Sometimes I am very difficult to say no. Whenever it comes to yes, I always accept. Okay, I help you. I always say yes. But when it comes to no, when it comes to time to no, that time I am like, oh my god, how to say no? Maybe she feel bad. Maybe she feel rude. So that time, but I try to say no because no means uh, you are like saying no is sometimes it's very difficult for me, to be honest.
Yes, correct. And rather, when you said about disrespect and saying no, don't you think that these two things are correlated? Because when we respect ourselves, it is known as self-respect. And if we are not a kind of person who doesn't respect that, I mean, ourselves, then it is
Hmm.
obviously we are bounding the way to others to disrespect us, right? So when it is needed or when we feel it is very necessary to say no, that shows the self-respect toward us, and also
Yes.
the other person who is supposed to disrespect us would get a notification that I should not do that, because that person is caring about that person. That means that person is giving self-respect. So here, if I disrespect that person, then obviously I also have to go through that situation. He or she may disrespect me too. So we have to keep that one point in our mind, that we have to say no when it is very needed, which shows self-respect, right? So in that sense, I think
Yes.
these two concepts are interlinked, they are correlated. So it is very needed in this present circumstances. And also you and me and many other people out there, we are literally suffering to say no, even though we all know about it, what is the importance of saying no. But taking into consideration of all, the values and how the opposite person would think about us and how they would take it as, so all these, because of all these concepts, all because of all these threat, we literally suffers us, right? I mean,
Yes.
in the sense that we are not ready to say no, even though we really want to, right? So in that sense, we are harming ourselves. So I mean, if I'm taking the instance of Radha, then Radha is the most foremost person who is supposed to respect Radha, right? So if you are not ready to respect yourself, then who will respect you, right? So self-respect is very important, and in that sense, it is very important, and also to keep in our mind that. It is very important to say no when it is needed. Otherwise, if it is not needed, then there is no need to say no, right? But actually, it is needed when it is supposed to.
Yeah, in terms of like you don't have time, but instead of saying no, you say yes. Sometimes I feel like I don't have time. I'm juggling a lot of things. Instead of no, I feel I should say yes. Maybe if she feel bad, maybe she feel rude, maybe she feel I'm selfish. So that time, like I feel I should say no, because
Yes,
saying no, it doesn't mean you are selfish, you are not respecting others, like you are taking your time. Because
yes,
we know in our generation, in our life, we are juggling with a lot of things. We have to give ourselves a time also. So I think I'm talking about that also. And you also, I agree with your point, relationship, and you are feeling disrespect, that time you have to say no. No means no. So
yes.
I totally agree with you.
Yes, correct.
Oh,
Because we it is not possible for us to tie up all the people's mouth, just like usually we say, just like we could not tie up all the bottles' mouth, right? In that sense, it's not possible to tie up the mouth of all the people, because it's not in our hand. So it's moreover that we have to pay attention. What do we? I mean, pay attention on what do we really like and what do we really want to become or to say or to do, right? So we have to pay more attention on ourselves, so that we have to give self-respect, and later on, whatever the rest of the things, we should not care about that.
definitely, definitely. Because a lot of people who say negative things, who say right things to you, but we have to ignore sometimes.
Yes.
Ignorance is best sometimes, I feel. Okay, my second question is like, how can setting healthy boundaries improve our confidence and happiness?
Yes. When you asked about this question, I really concur with your point that it is very important to make a healthy relationship with people. But at the same, it's very important to set out a healthy relationship among the people. So, for that, I can say that we have to keep a certain certain boundary among the people when it comes to sharing our things or sharing our opinions and whatever it is. We have to set out certain boundaries, and we have to be very conscious about that boundary, so that we could not cross that boundary, and that would be the indication for the opposite person not to cross the boundary, right? So in that sense we can avoid so many conflicts and contentions, and that would be the best signal for a healthier a healthier relationship. And here we have to give respect for other person's opinion as well. And when we said about saying no, it doesn't mean that we should not respect others opinion and others, but it is moreover that when it is not when it is not in the way as we expect, then we have to give the indication that I strongly disagree because I do have some other opinion, right? And we should
Yes.
express and we should try to convince our point, just because we respect ourselves, and at the same time we respect other person as well, right? So in that sense, we have to express our idea in a healthy way, which is the payment bounding for healthier relationship, right? So I think it's all about giving and taking respect.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Totally agree with you because healthy boundaries teach others how to treat us.
Yes.
But when we say no to things that drain our energy or violate our values, we protect our peace of mind sometimes.
Yeah.
Because boundaries are not walls, they are guidelines and that help us maintain self-respect and healthy relationship. If you are saying someone to no, it doesn't mean you are selfish or rude. It means you are protecting your peace of mind.
Yes. Correct.
So we have sometimes we have to say no because you have to you have to save our energy. Sometimes we have to save our energy
Yes.
and respect each other. Like if someone is saying no, uh, understand that situation also instead
Yes.
of judging because people frequently judge if he or she is saying no, they judge on the basis of that. They don't understand how she is tackling, how he is tackling.
Yes,
So
correct.
that's my opinion.
Yes. And it's very important to have a clear cut vision about when to say no and what we have to do in order to maintain a good and healthier relationship among the people, so that we could do better in our life. And otherwise, but it doesn't mean that we are the one and only person who is supposed to do all the things, so that we could neglect or to remove all the contention out there. It is not like that, because the opposite person is also a person who is supposed to do all these things, so that we could avoid all the contention among between those two people, right? So it's we all preaching about what we have to do in order to build up a healthier relationship, and what is the importance of saying no and respecting others viewpoint and respecting others, even though when it comes to some certain extents or certain situations we are really lacking our point of view, and also the capacity to do some I can say good approaches, right? Because of that
Yes,
our relationship is weakens day by day.
definitely, definitely.
Yes.
Okay. So, what do you think people regret most at the end of their lives?
At the end of their life, I can say it depends on person to person, because for some people they are just throughout the life they are running behind of money or anything else. So for example, I would like to say about the person who is running behind of money throughout the life, and after a certain period of years,
Yes.
when he or she approaches the life, when it is supposed to get a retirement, then he or she would get that person would realize that what are the rest of the things that I really missed in my past life, just like a family bonding and the quality times that I could have left, I mean, spend with my family members, etc. So it depends on the person which that person really missed in the past life, right? So yeah, and for some people, I can say there are so many NRIs, right? I'm taking the instance of different things as because this answer is different person to person. So for some NRIs, they were fled out of India just because they want to build up a good and prosperous life, and they also want to take care of their family in a good way, so that they would get
Hmm.
all the good sides of the I mean, they would get the experience of all the good sides of the family. So in that situation, they have to spend their quality time, for example 15 years or 20 years or even more than that, they have to spend in another country, and they are leaving behind their whole family members in their home country, right? And I know personally some people out there, they haven't seen or they haven't met their younger one till 2 years since the child took birth. So that after 2 years of that child's birth, they are coming back to their home country, and when the child get to see the face of their father, I mean that kid's father, then he or she is not able to realize, or that child is not getting that much of mental bonding, because she or he never used to get that kind of atmosphere before,
Hmm.
right? And but now, as compared to the previous ages, now it is in the circumstances, it is pretty different, just because of the video call facilities and all. So I mean, coming to your point, it is different from person to person. And I can say my example here, just like I'm also just like an NRI, and I'm working in Bihar, and I have left all my family members behind here in Kerala. And each and every day when I get that spark that, oh my God, if I were in my hometown, then I would get the chance to do this and that, and I would get to meet my family members each and every day, my mother's pampering, and my father's company, and my that small fighting with my brother and all. And I really miss all these things in my life. So but what we can do, what we can do, we all are supposed to do some other things in life, and all these things are previously designed by the God. And yes, I can come back here to Kerala, but I would lose some other things in my life, right? If we really shift to Kerala, leaving behind our job, then we have to lose something different in our life. So just because of that, we are strict to that one, and because of that, I have to, or I'm going through this condition. So it's up to person to person.
Definitely, definitely, I agree with you. And I feel the same. If I talk about regret, I think many people regret not spending enough time with loved ones. You
Yes.
already told.
Yeah.
And worry too much about things that didn't truly matters. We
Yes.
always criticize ourselves for our past action. So this is not important. I think relationships and memories often become more valuable than achievement.
Yes.
And sometimes people hold grudges to other person. I think it is a fruit. It is a. I think it is waste. Don't be regret and don't be critique to anyone. Love each and everyone because you don't know. Life is very short. What happened next? We don't know. So spend with loved ones and share your opinions with each and everyone. I think this is the most memorable thing. So this is
Yeah.
my short opinion about this thing.
Yes. Yes. That's correct.
Okay.
And in future,
Yes.
obviously, you would be sent off to your in-laws house, and you would also go through some kind of feelings, Radha. Obviously the girls are supposed to
Yes.
send
I
off, right?
know. I know. This is the worst feeling. I don't know what happened future. what happen in the future, but I believe everything will go great because I don't know. I am never thinking about
Yes.
these things, to be honest. Okay, and you wanna ask any question? Just go ahead, please.
Yes. I want to ask a lot of question to you. So first one,
Yes,
the toleration and the
what is
conflicts
behind that? I think
and
you are
healthy
saying that. What is the
relationship.
reason behind that?
Yes. So what is the reason behind that? And had you gone through any such situation recently, which really boosted you to ask this type of questions here?
I think I already told you I come across so many news in these days. If you know about mm, Tisha news, and he did. So I she did. So I think people are tolerate a lot, especially women. They tolerate a lot in their life, in their in-laws' house. They are tolerating disrespect, this honesty. People are not loyal towards her. So I think we should be we should be make one boundary. If you are disrespecting me, to say no to that. We should not tolerate in our life. Sometimes, yes, we have to save a relationship, but there is a different method. There's a different
Yes.
method. So this is the reason behind. I believe every woman should be respected. Every
Yes,
woman,
that's
I
correct.
believe.
But
Men also, but
yes,
I'm very towards men also,
yeah,
but
correct.
I'm very towards my woman.
Yes. When we preach about equality, women's equality, then we should also take care of the equality for men as well. It is not like that a woman is the one and only species which is supposed to get all the respect. Then we should not just say about equal respect, right? When we talk
Yes,
about equal respect, then on one hand they are men, and on the other hand it is women. So each of them should be treated well and equal. And Riada, my next question is that don't you think that when we talked about the toleration when it comes to women have to face each and every bitter moment in her life in some other way, and she has to tolerate so many things. So don't you think that this situation or this experience start from her primary family itself?
not at all. Primary family, sometimes yes, but if I talk about this case, Tusha, she is well educated and Miss Pune also, and she is doing her job. She is independent lady, and their in-laws are very educated, very educated. They are like judges and army man, and their Tusha family also very educated, major doctor. So why she is getting disrespect? Why she is judged on the basis of so many things? She judged. I don't know why because she is modern and she is living their life with their own rules. She is judging on the basis of that.
Yes.
So I don't think this start from their own family. I believe if you are going in any family, either rich or poor, you should be respected.
Yes,
Full
correct.
stop.
Yes,
Because
that's a correct
every
thing.
process, because every process goes